16th in this championship last year, got a 3rd place at Silverstone. He's looking to do it again, or even better, off pole position here at Oulton Park as they launch off the line. But he hasn't got the best of starts. He's certainly not. Wow, someone's... Oh, where did he come from? Wow, someone catapulted through from about the 3rd row of the grid and actually managed to snatch the lead as they dropped downhill through Old Lodge Corner.
Might have been Currie, that.
Well, it could... You know, that was a proper 1-2-5 superstar start, wasn't it? Brilliant start. And I think it is. Is it Currie? It's Andy Reid.
It's
Andy Reid. Speedy Reedy.
You might have known now, the 2 Northern Irish lads, Andrew Irwin and
Andrew Reid.
Andrew Reid, yeah.
Well, young Irwin's already seen his big brother Glenn finish 3rd yesterday in the Supersport sprint race. And now here he is leading the way on the NWR Kawasaki.
Yeah, Andy Reid in 2nd on the Yamaha. He's in a group of all Kawasaki's. It seems to be the bike of choice in this class is Kawasaki now. Andrew Irwin's gone from 6th on the grid to 1st, and Andy Reid's come from the 2nd row to be 2nd. Andy Reid, remember, led it by some distance at Brands.
He's from Racing Leathers. He's got the off-the-peg variety. Irwin, Reid, Currie, Lodge, Collier, Day, Perrin, Ride, Campbell.
Here comes Lodge, number 7 up the inside, and that's a brave move into Ireland on one of these.
Ben Currie, who qualified on... Andrew Irwin. As they launch over the top of the hill, they've got Ben Currie in 3rd, James Lodge 4th, Joe Collier running in 5th place, 6th is Levi Day, 7th Jamie Perrin, 8th Kyle Ride, 9th Niall Campbell, 10th place Dan Stamper.
Yeah, the leader there, Andy Reid, he's undoubtedly quick. Some of his outings on the 2-stroke 125 RS Honda of last year, it was frighteningly fast. However, really aggressive. I just think he needs to settle down a little bit and trust in his pace, and he'll be away.
Yes, rather than his knee extension.
He's a good lad, actually. Nice lad. Lots of piercings, lots of tattoos, but he is a nice kid.
And as we've mentioned before, an absolutely ace tattoo. PE Motorsport Kawasaki.
That's one of the leaders off. That is Andrew Irwin, I think.
I think it's Irwin who's gone down.
Yeah.
Because I'd have been admiring his leathers only a few moments ago, and it's definitely little Irwin who's crashed.
Big crash. I think he'll be all right. He's holding his arm a little bit, but I think he's all right in that one. The yellow flags are for the other side where Irwin had gone down, so that's nothing to do with what we've seen now.
Now, that has given Andrew Reid a little bit of breathing space, but I don't think that'll last long. The Kawasaki's will be after him.
Look at that. Wow. I'll tell you what, he's done really well there to get off the thing when he did, because normally you'd expect you lose the back there, there's a little bit of a bump going in, you lost the back and it spun right out. Normally you would expect that to grip again, throw you over the high side, and that would have hurt a lot more. He's all right.
So little Andrew Irwin bounces off the track. Now James Lodge benefited a little bit for that because he got through. Now in 3rd place, Joe Collier, intriguingly, after he managed to wrestle his way past Andrew Reid late on at Brands Hatch team last year.
A lot of these lads have come from the Motor 3 and 125 class. Reid particularly, and Lodge a double 125 British champion in the last 3 or 4 years.
But actually, whoops, here comes number 11, just hanging on there in front of number 61, Ben Currie. He's had a couple of years now in Superstock 600 as Joe Collier. Yeah. He kind of came through the Triumph Triple Challenge, and before that he was British Supermoto Junior champion. So a kind of, a fatally different route up to this class of racing. But he's getting hounded now by the tall finger, threatening-looking figure of Benjamin Currie, riding number 61. Ben Currie, the 18-year-old Melbourne lad. Right.
Andy got a big lead now.
Running strongly at the front. He's just got to tidy his lines up and not do anything too silly. Collier is through. He's past number 7, James Lodge. Now, Collier, can he set his sights now on the leader? He hauled him in at Brands Hatch. Oh, look at this. Currie's trying to lever away through, and he's gone straight on. He tried a little bit too hard to lever away past James Lodge, and he's had to go straight on. He thinks he can get back on track. He can. So he rejoins in 4th place. Ben Currie.
The deal is you cannot pass anybody if you run straight on. You're not allowed to join in front of where you were, and you're not allowed to take time advantage, neither of which he did. That's fine.
So Ben Currie, who's an 18-year-old... James, there are a lot of young Australians over here, and he's yet another, comes from Melbourne.
Well, there is in general. You go into any kind of shop or hotel, a restaurant in London. It's almost an Aussie who's serving you, I think.
Oof, wow, look at that. Beginning to loom on the horizon on that Haribo Star Mix bike behind that group. The man, oh no, he's disappeared. As soon as I say... So Andy Reid has a lead at the moment at the front, 4.2 seconds. We're on lap 6. He's leading Joe Collier, James Lodge, Ben Currie, Kyle Ryde, and then this battle which involves Nick Anderson, Dan Stamper, Mason Law, Jamie Perrin.
Fast man out there, you know.
This is
Kyle Ryde on the back of this group.
Yes.
He's the man who's making moves.
Oh, Ryde has really forced his way into the frame, hasn't he? Right there, look at this. Now he's into it. Well, we know how good he was on the 125s and the 250 Motor 3 bikes, James.
Absolutely, yep. The yellow bike there, that's a Yamaha. The rest of the 3 bikes in front are Kawasaki's.
So Kyle Ryde, who comes from a glorious place called Jacksdale in Nottinghamshire. He's still only 16 years old, for goodness sake.
I thought he was 17 now.
Oh, dear.
Not even allowed to drive a car.
Nobody's allowed to do this.
He's allowed to wang round Oulton Park.
He's riding that distinctive yellow Pace Days, Track Days Yamaha, number 97, right on the back of these guys. So another Yamaha in the frame here amongst the Kawasaki's.
Yep, we've got Yamaha, 3 Kawasaki's, then the R6 Yamaha.
Is that a Kawasaki sandwich, a fat one?
Yes, that's a triple stacker.
That's the one. We're on the 8th lap of 14, so just past half race distance with Reid currently a whisker under 5 seconds ahead of Collier, Lodge, Currie and Ryde, and there are the 4 of them. And if Andy Reid, I hope he... Oh, what?
Right,
Kyle Ryde sits up Benjamin Currie there properly. So Cuzzer finds himself forced back into 5th place. Wonder what his response will be to that. Kyle Ryde then looking... look, it's like so many of these people, they grow up, James, don't they? And you kind of haven't seen them for a couple of years. Yeah. And the big boys suddenly.
Yeah, Kyle Ryde's going to be shaving soon, I'm sure.
Kyle Ryde, who's been in the Red Bull rookies, of course, plenty of experience of racing abroad. As Andy Reid moves out of picture, Kyle Ryde now begins to tackle James Lodge. Oh, and Lodge, he didn't get such a good drive up the hill. I think Kyle Ryde can get alongside him and outbrake him down the hill. He's trying it from the outside. That's not going to work.
No.
Kyle Ryde, who started racing mini motos from the age of 6, moved on to 50cc Metra kits when he was 8. So he's been racing most of his life, you can safely say. Over the top of the hill, still tried to claw back the advantage of Joe Collier and Jay. Lodge is good, isn't he? He rides very tidy lines.
He does. Lodge rides 1-2-5 lines, as a little bit does Kyle Ryde. You know, you watch Lodge, he lets the brakes off and rolls it in from wide and carries decent mid-corner speed.
And the battle's still going on for... Ooh, that head-on shot just for a moment fools you into thinking that someone's passing somebody else.
Yeah.
It's not quite happening there, but the pressure very much on Lodge, who's looking very comfortable actually fielding that pressure, and Joe Collier not escaping it. I thought he might in 2nd place.
I don't think James on the number 7 bike there, second in shot, is going to be comfortable for too much longer, I don't think.
We're on the 9th lap of 14. It's Reid, Collier, Lodge, Ryde, Currie, Anderson, Law, Stamper, Perrin, King, and then Josh Gilbert and Taz McKenzie having a terrific ride. Is up now into 12th place.
Yeah, we go out for Currie sometimes with that man there, number 7, Lodge, and his brother Jonathan, who's just been out of the Supestock 1000 race, and his dad, and I'm mates with his dad's brothers. And they're all really sort of dry, taking the mick out of anything that moves. So a Currie night out for them is basically just people watching and giggling at other people's misfortune, generally. That's what it seems to be. But it's good fun.
Good training food then, a bit of curry. Is that what you used to fill yourself with before racing?
No, don't be fooled. Most of these lads are really fit.
Charlie King, so really all he can realistically do is try and get Gilbert for 11th spot and achieve his best result so far.
Battle for 2nd again.
And Collier just edging away at that point. He's fast in the early part of this course.
Yeah, Lodge tends to be quicker, and Ryde tend to be quick where it's faster flowing points of the track where they can let the brakes off and run it in with a little bit more mid-corner.
Service stations and things, when you're entering motorway service stations, it seems remarkably mainstream for a motorcycle sponsor. So BY's Kawasaki in 2nd place. There is the leader going out of picture. Joe Collier, looking pretty steady in 2nd. And then James Lodge still fending off Kyle Ryde for that. well, the pleasure of mounting the rostrum. Is fourth place the worst place to finish, James?
No, I would say last is the worst.
So Reid leads the way. We've got 1 lap to go, less than. Collier 7.7 seconds behind him, but with a 1 second advantage over this battle for the final rostrum slot. And then Ben Currie of Australia running 5th. Nick Anderson is 6th. Charlie King has forced his way through to 7th place.
Good run.
Ahead of Jamie Perrin, it is, from a long way back.
He lives a long way away. King's Lynn, long way from anywhere, that. A bit of a line-up now.
Oh, now he really is beginning to threaten.
What he needs to do, Kyle Ride there on the yellow bike, is get out of Druids this corner quick and get up the inside into Lodge. That's his last chance. Lodge is defending, look. Sweet.
Meanwhile, from Jordanstown in County Antrim in Northern Ireland, 20-year-old even Andrew Reid takes his first victory in the National Superstock 600cc Championship. 2nd place to Joe Collier. 3rd place does go to James Lodge. The current championship leader just clings on for a rostrum place and 16 precious points ahead of Kyle Ride. Ben Currie finishes in 5th place. Nick Anderson just behind him in 6th.
Garage, what a beautiful turned out R6 Yamaha that is.
So teammate shares a garage, of course, with Ian Hutchinson in FFX Yamaha. The result of the Pirelli National Superstock 600 Championship in association with Black Horse then. Andy Reid takes a splendid victory for FFX Yamaha ahead of Joel Collier on his B. Weiser Kawasaki. 3rd place goes to James Lodge on his Motor Breakers Kawasaki. 4th place for Kyle Ride. 5th place Ben Currie. 6th for Nick Anderson. 7th for the first Triumph, 8th Jamie Perrin. 9th King's teammate Jordan Gilbert, just ahead of Taylor Mackenzie's WD-40 Kawasaki. 11th for Alex Aulisha on his Triumph. 12th for Kevin Van Leuven, ahead of Levi Day, Niall Campbell. Ashley Buxton taking the very last point in 15th. And after that, the top 20 rounded out by Phil Wakefield, Tommy Philp, Malachi Mitchell-Thomas, Wigley and Wigley. 2 Wigleys, a pair of Wigleys.